Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tom Talks. Hope you're having a good day. In today's episode, we will be talking about inequality, mainly the social sides and at workplaces. This topic was suggested in the Discord. Shout out to Clash for this topic. If you have any topics you'd like me to talk about, leave them in the Tom Talks channel on the Discord or in the comment section below. Anyways, on with the topic. Inequality is a tricky one to talk about for me. I mean, I'm very lucky and have barely experienced it myself. One scenario I can think of is when I was getting paid less at a job than three others the same role as me, but I was getting paid just because of my age. I called it out as soon as I learned and I got paid the same. That's a very simple story I have. However, I have seen acts of inequality many times, whether that being men not talking to women at a workplace because of religion and lifestyle, or just flat out blatant racism and not thinking about the elderly. Sometimes you gotta call it out. It's morally wrong and it's not fair. A large amount of people on this planet, we should all be equal. Basically everyone except criminals. I mean, like really bad ones, and you can guess which. But unfortunately, there are a lot of people who don't agree with this, and they believe they are better than others for some deluded reason. I once worked at a place that got taken over by another company. The new men that came from the new company straight up ignored all the women who were already working there. They believed they didn't know how to do a man's job and saw them as pathetic. I saw and I heard this in person. Once all but three people left from the old company, me being one of the three people left. The new company hired in workers who had never worked a day in their life, and they happened to be female. Difference was, they were family. Straight up inequality and disrespecting the previous workers who had built up the original company. Lies and excuses of religion were made from the new company, which is what a lot of people do. They'll throw the race card, and sometimes it's fair. I mean, I don't know any other companies like that, but the company I work for were absolutely pathetic with it. There's a time and a place, and they were just like, nope, we're putting it down. The three current workers, including myself, told them that this was unfair and unjustified. I understand companies want money, and yes, they did save money on pay cuts, etc., but the business was at an all-time low. They didn't care. The customers for the company, barely any. Once I left, they threatened me over the phone with stupid accusations about me taking workers away from them. There was only two left. It was to protect their image. The company right now is doing terribly and running on foreign money to stay in business. All this because they didn't treat everyone as equals, so their business suffers. There were some really nice workers there from the new company who I still speak to actually, but even they know what the higher ups are doing is terrible. Money's a big part of inequality as well as overall greed. People in power get deluded, power hungry, and just become horrible. Stay humble. And look, right, it's time to say how shit it is. Not every country is the same, and they shouldn't all be. You look at like Japan, it's beautiful. You look at Poland, it's gorgeous. You look at Australia, it's heaven. Every country has flaws, and they have, I don't know how to say it, like the best bits about them. And it makes them unique, it makes them stand out. However, you can see clear as day where gender inequality doesn't exist, people being sentenced to death because of their sexuality exists, and unfortunately slavery still exists. That's the sad reality of the world. I mean, you can go on Instagram or TikTok and see videos straight up of this. Like, there's proof, and it's fucking foul. Treat others how you want to be treated. And I think that's a way to battle inequality, by treating others how you want to be treated. You see an elderly couple struggling to carry shopping, offer help. You wouldn't want to see your grandparents struggle, and it's great if someone helped them when you're not there. Random acts of kindness, looking out for people, standing up for those who need it, and just doing the right thing, you know? We want to make this world a better place. There's what, 8 billion people on the planet? I don't know. Changes every day. Maybe we start off as 1, 10, 100, 20, who knows? People are still doing it. I see, every time I go to work, I see an elderly gentleman picking up litter. Just picking up litter. Not his litter, just picking it up every single morning. Legend. I know it's not the most positive video, I'm afraid, but that can be life sometimes. And especially the cruel side of it, you know? We just all want to be happy, enjoy life. It's a gift. No one should be punished for something, you know, for their race. No one should be punished for their race. No one should be punished for their sexuality. No one should be punished for their what color hair they have or religion. It's sad. It's really sad. We should all be equal. But anyway, gamers, take care. Hopefully next episode, actually I know what next episode is, but the next one that comes out is a bit more positive. But yeah, take care. Hope you have a good day.